Welcome back to the Playdate by Freshly Picked. I'm your host, Kaitlin Hansen.
And I'm Kylee Hezseltine.
Kylee, I'm so happy to have you here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We are coming to you in our pajamas. I am in a robe. We just came from Freshly Picked pajama party bunko night. So it was a good night.
It was a good time.
Yeah, we had fun. We figured out how to play bunko. We went in not really knowing, and it was great. Now we came out with a new game that we know. Super fun. Well, today in this episode, we are going to be talking about baby names, which is such a fun topic, I think. But before we dive into that, since this is Kylie's first time on the podcast, I'm going to have her just tell us a little bit about herself.
Okay.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Great. Love it. I am a mom of 3. I love to play soccer and shop. Those are my 2 passions.
Love it.
And I am just about to become a substitute teacher.
Yes.
So,
okay, that's so fun.
Yeah.
You've just done one class so far, right?
One class.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. You're going to be the best teacher. Well, let's dive into baby names. So first off, I think naming a kid is so tricky.
Yeah.
Did you have your names picked out for a while?
No. My oldest, we could not agree on a name.
Yeah.
We knew we were having a boy. I pulled up a list of names and read a list to my husband.
Uh-huh.
And the first one we agreed on, I was like, that's his
You're
name.
like, that's it.
We're not talking about this anymore because it was causing a lot of contention.
Yeah. No, it's so hard. Do you feel like he was disagreeing more with your names, or you were disagreeing more with his names that he had?
Both.
Yeah.
He had way more of an opinion than I wanted him to have.
Yeah.
And he likes just different styles of names than I do.
Yeah.
And my weird thing for my kids, I think everyone has a weird thing when they name their kids.
100% they do.
Mine was they needed to be 1-syllable names that you look at it and you know what it says.
I like that.
Our last name's kind of hard, and I was like, I don't need both names to be hard.
So tell everybody your 3 kids' names.
Okay, my oldest name is Cole. My middle is Blair. And my baby is Bray.
So cute. And then do they have middle names?
My boys have middle names.
Yeah.
My daughter does not. I didn't have a middle name.
I didn't either. I always did you like that growing up or no?
I always kind of wished I had a middle name.
Same. I would pretend sometimes. I think I lied about having a middle name sometimes.
I used to do that too.
Yeah.
There's something cool about it.
Yeah. I felt a little left out where I was I don't have a middle name.
No. And so I deprived my daughter too.
No. I'm you do it. So I did the opposite where I was I didn't have a middle name and I really wanted it. And so I gave my daughters each middle names, but I was I'm not doing a middle name unless it's meaningful. I'm not just going to do a middle name to be a middle name.
Right.
I would have given my first daughter a middle name, and if I couldn't have figured one out for my second, I wouldn't have given her a middle name, and that would have been fine. Or I would have named them the same middle name.
Oh.
Yeah. My kids' names are Olivia Kate, and then that's my 5-year-old, and then my 2-year-old is Nora Grace. And then my full name is Kaitlin. And so, but my family calls me Kate. And so, I liked Kate as a middle name, and I would have done Kate as for my second too if I couldn't have thought of anything or just not given her one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, because my parents always said well, you don't have a middle name because girls take their maiden name and make it a middle name.
Oh, I drop kicked mine so hard.
I also did.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's a lie that we all tell our kids.
Yeah. I didn't even keep a middle initial.
No, neither did I. It's gone.
Well, my maiden name is Syndergaard, which that is the longest last name. It's Danish. And all growing up, nobody could ever pronounce it. And so I was just be gone.
Yep.
It's great. It's unique and that's special. but I just didn't want it anymore.
And
That's a lot.
fair.
That's a lot of letters.
Well, and I think the main reason I got rid of mine is because my married name is hard
It's long.
and
Yeah.
long. And
Yeah.
like, I just don't need.
Yeah. I went to Hansen. Way easier than Cindergaard.
I I went from easy to hard. So
No, I love it. What about your other two names? Where did those come from?
So Blair, again, me and my husband couldn't decide on a name.
Yeah.
We were at the hospital. She was born, and he shot down every single name I suggested. And I ended up getting my way.
Yeah.
I named her after Blair on Gossip Girl.
That I love Gossip Girl.
I just love
Wait,
that
I
name.
didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. That's where it came
so
from.
funny.
That's where it came
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Blair
it's such a
Waldorf.
good name. I love Blair Waldorf. She's an icon.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
But he hated that it came from
Really?
that. He hated it.
I think it's such a cute name.
And so at the hospital, he was like, and it was around the time that Star Wars came out with Rey.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, we can name her Rey or Blair. And of course, I was going to choose the name.
I'm choosing Blair then.
Yeah, because that was the name I wanted anyway.
I do think Ray's cute.
It is. But then my
But
youngest
Blair
is,
fits her.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
And then your youngest is Bray.
Bray, which is, that would have not.
And it's
been-
spelled Brae. And I think that's like the cutest spelling.
Well, that name is like, we're obsessed with Scotland.
Yeah. I mean, me too. I just went.
Love it.
Yeah.
And that his name, the way it's spelled and everything, means like a grassy hill.
Cute.
And they'll like have school Bray, which means school on the grassy hill.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we wanted it to kind of be Scottish somehow.
Yeah.
And so that's where his name came from.
Okay. I love that. I have a friend named Brayden, and she spells it Braedin. And I also like think that's like such a cute like way to spell that.
I do like his name.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. As for me and my children, I didn't find out gender. And so I went to the hospital with like a list of boys' names, list of girls' names. For my first, I was shocked. I was like shocked that she wasn't a boy. I had like no inkling while I was pregnant. Like I had no idea what she was. And my husband was like, as it got closer, thought that it was a boy. So I just was, oh, it's a boy. And so Olivia wasn't even on our list at first. Like that was like a name that I loved all growing up. We had a couple other names. I think it was like Addison. We loved, I can't remember what the other ones were. But then right when she came out and we knew that she was a girl, I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a Liv. That's an Olivia. And my husband actually thought the same thing too. And then we both told each other and we're like, oh my gosh, really? Like her name was way easier. Olivia Kate. Like that just, it came together well. My second, Nora, I was also shocked that it wasn't a boy. And I felt like I liked my list of boy names more than like my list of girl names.
Yeah.
But I loved the girl names too. So it was between like Mia and Mila and Blake. And then Nora wasn't even on the list.
Oh.
And I had C-section. So I was in the hospital for like, I think it's like 4 days or something like that. And we couldn't think of a name. I think I like had texted you during it. And I was like, yeah, still no name.
Yep.
Yeah, just all of a sudden I was like, I really like Nora. But we went to high school with this girl and her name's Olivia and she has a daughter named Nora. And I'm like, we still like talk to her and stuff. And I'm like, oh, she's going to think I'm like copying her. So I called her best friend and I was like, hey, do you think like she would care? Which I'm like, it really doesn't matter. But then, yeah, we loved Nora. And then her middle name's Grace, which is Eric's grandma, my husband's grandma. And it just fit. And it's cute. So
it is cute.
We loved that. Now we're going to dive into like what the top baby names are for boys and girls.
Great.
Which I'm excited about.
I know. I've been out of the baby name game for a minute.
Yeah. So top name is Olivia. So that's cool. I'm sure there's going to be so many Olivias like all growing up. I felt like my name Kaitlin was like a hot name. Like I had like 3 or 4 Kaitlins in my classes like all the time. And then we got Emma, Charlotte, Amelia, Sophia, Isabella. Wow. I actually love all of these.
Yeah. I'm loving them too.
Ava, Mia, Evelyn. I think Evelyn's so pretty. And I hear people say like Evie, like it's like a nickname. And then Luna.
Oh.
So those are the top 10. And this is from thebump.com. Top boys' names are Liam, Noah, Oliver, which I loved Oliver. My husband told me no, so I named a dog Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
James, Elijah. I actually don't hear that often.
No.
Do your kids have people in their class named like Elijah?
I hear of Eli's, but
Oh, I hear of Eli too.
Maybe it's short.
Yeah. And then we got William, Henry, Lucas, Benjamin, and Theodore, which I hear people call Theodore Teddy. And I think that is the sweetest name.
that is.
But yeah, those are the top baby names right now. All of them are so cute. Do you know what's weird too that I like think about sometimes is like right after you name a kid, I feel like you say the name so many times that you're like, did I like name them the right name?
Am I going to get sick of that?
Yeah. Are you a Nora? I kept saying that. Are you really a Nora?
Well, and people always said that with Cole's name.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, what if he comes out and doesn't look like a Cole? I'm like, well, then he will learn to look like a Cole.
You're like too dang bad because we're not picking another.
No, it was no.
Yeah. Oh, naming's so hard. I'm like, good thing I'm not having another kid anytime soon because I would have no idea.
Well, and that's the other hard part with like middle names.
Yeah.
Like Blair, let alone come up with a first name.
Yes,
there
two
was
names.
No way. There was no way
Yeah.
that was going to happen.
Yeah, because what would you put with Blair?
I couldn't even tell you.
Blair Cornelia Waldorf.
I mean,
You could throw out the Cornelia.
Thomas would have loved that one.
Oh, I'm sure. That would have been so funny.
Yeah, it would have.
Oh my
Maybe we
gosh.
should just add it.
Yeah, you should.
She does tell me she wants a middle name. So
Add it. Add Cornelia.
I think she'd probably really hate that.
Liv once a week tells me, I wish my name was Lily. And I'm like, well, it's not. So, or sometimes I'm like, hey, do you want me to change your name to Lily then? And she's like, no, I want it to be Liv. And I'm like, okay, well, great. Yeah. So I'm like, you can't win. But anyway, send us. We want to hear what your top baby names are because naming is just fun and hard and all the things. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in and we'll see you next time.